Hey, you. Bless you. Oh, bless you. God bless you. Come over here. Ah, quit. Wait, it's because you're sticking all these sticks up your nose. Stop sticking them up your nose. Your butt. And hi guys. Come over here. Over here. Well, hey guys, how's it going? Shane here. Excuse my dog's heavy breathing. We've been playing, running, all that good stuff. But what I brought you here today for was to show you this blade. This is the EKA W9 cord blade, or the EKA CORDBLADE W9, however you want to say it. It's a cord blade. It's awesome. It comes in at 3.74 inches long on the blade, has an overall length of 8.26 inches. It's got a blade thickness there, if I can get that in there for you, 1.57 inches. 3.2 ounces is what it comes weighing in at, and it's got a paracord wrap handle. I'm going to be honest with you, I was honestly not too thrilled about a paracord wrapped blade. Okay, I really wasn't. I had been coming off of using the EKA Nordic W12, which is Bubinga wood, Japanese African rosewood. And I really like this blade a lot. So I guess what really kind of grew on me about this blade was this blade design was conceived from the Nordic W12. So the fact that this is a very, very similar blade, I hate having two blades open at the same time. Not that anything's really going to happen with my pups, but as you can see, they're very similar. Now in my EKA Nordic W12 video, I had pointed out how much I really enjoyed this. At first I didn't think I was going to, just because, you know, it kind of hangs down there a little bit, and you know, when you get your hands on it. But when you turn it over and you're striking a ferro rod, it saves from cutting your fingers. But it's also when you're doing really close work, your finger doesn't slip up or swell up too much on the handle. So that is the same concept with the way that this blade is designed right here. You don't slip up too much on it. The jimping on this is pretty generous. I think that it honestly could be a little bit better. But let's go over some pros about this blade. First of all, it's lightweight. 3.2 ounces, that's amazing. I use this blade quite a bit. I went on Instagram. You guys saw, I took a bunch of pictures of it. As far as using it for one blade, 1 week. I use it a little bit longer than that just because of the way my schedule is, but I wasn't going to quit using it, you know. I actually use it a little bit differently though. I use it as a neck for knife. I have my paracord here somewhere. So what I normally do is I use it as a necker. I got a little washer on here, and I'll explain that washer in a moment. But I just take the sheath and I just clip this on through here, and that's how I've been wearing it. I like it with the tip down, just so I can grab a hold of it and I can work with it. That's been a personal preference of mine. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't see a problem if you ran a piece of paracord through either end here and wore it around your neck like this, because it doesn't have as strong as a positive lock as the Nordic W12 does. I showed that in my other video, and once again I will put a link to the W12 in my video here. But it is still a really positive lock. It's probably because of the paracord. Now this is aftermarket paracord. This is the paracord I put on here. It comes wrapped in orange or black, I believe. Or no, actually it comes wrapped in orange and comes with black paracord if you want to wrap it in black. I put a reflective paracord on here, and I like the green and black together. It, you know, it's camo. So I'll tell you something about this reflective paracord. My son is 8 years old. Not 9 yet. Quit trying to age him. My son is 8 years old, and he took this blade out of my shop, and he took it out to the edge of the wood line by our house. and he was practicing with a ferro rod because he wanted to impress me. You know, in practice with his feather sticks because he wanted to impress me. And well, he lost it. And he came to me and told me that he had lost it. And I was actually fortunate enough to find it at night using a flashlight, thanks to this paracord. Just personal preference. The orange is awesome, except for, in my opinion, it gets dirty really, really quick. But that's a good thing because the guys over at EKA decided to put a black paracord in with the blade as well when you do purchase it. So that's kind of cool. Let me bring you to this washer. The back of the blade does not have a flat grind. It's not a 90. It's actually beveled a little bit, if you can see that. So, striking a ferro rod isn't going to happen. So, what I was doing, and I was doing this for quite a while, was, since I'm using it as a neck knife, I had this piece of paracord just wrapped. He's digging a hole next to me. Had this paracord with his washer on here. So I just grabbed the washer and there we go. You know, I can show you. I'll bring the camera down here and I'll show you. Here's my washer and I just grabbed it up tight. I don't want to start a fire quite yet, so. That's all, folks. Alright guys, and as you can tell, the washer does seem to work out pretty good. And it looks kind of cool hanging on your neck. But for those guys and gals who don't want to carry that on there, I found another method, and I had posted this one on Instagram, where if you just grab, and you can do it really anywhere, if you just pull the paracord back a little bit, and I'll bring the camera back down to show you this. Pull it back anywhere. We'll just pull it back right here. And you can get it put onto the ferro rod. See that? No problem. Do it one more time to show you guys. So, no harm, no foul. I just honestly would like this if this was turned down to a 90. I'm not gonna do that because why do it? This is for the option that's out there for folks that may already own this and they're like, oh no, I want to light my fire steel off there. Or you know what, to some people it may not be an option. They don't want to use their fire steel with their blade, and that's completely all right too. Once again, this is to each his own. Okay, it's a personal preference only. Get back, dude. Did you just lick my camera? So one thing that I can tell you I would definitely want to do upon doing this is I'm going to want to narrow out the edge of my stick here to where it's actually thinner than my blade, which it looks pretty good there. And that doesn't really look too bad. I kind of like having this little bit of a notch right here. I might use that to tie off onto. But I can't help but think I might want to maybe notch a couple V's in right here just to help hold the cord and hold the blade nice and snug, because you're going to be using it in a stabbing motion and I don't want it to slip back. So let's do a little bit of jimping. I'm going to put the blade on this end here. Well, maybe this end looks good there too. I'll bring you back once I have it unwrapped. I'm sure you don't want to watch me unwrap the entire blade. Alright guys, well, forgive the train in the background, but here we go. I just have a little bit of tailings here from the cord. Not enough for a wrap, but just enough to be kind of in my way. But anyway, here we go. So I ran one length of cord around through here and tied it back upon itself to get rid of any play that there may be in the blade. It worked out really well. You know, I mean, it's definitely a good sticker. Put a lot of force onto it, that's for sure. But for me personally, I don't really have a major use or a need for something like this. But if I do, because I do travel when I go backpacking or hiking, this is a good option to have. Especially if you have a predator trying to come at you, you can actually keep them away from you. Just hit that stick. But this is really cool. It's just another really good option that makes this knife very versatile, and I like options. I love having options with one piece of gear or kit that I have, and this is just cool. It literally took me less than 5 minutes to rewrap this blade. It's a pretty simple wrap. It's a simple design. It's efficient. It's lightweight. It fits good in the hand. I'll show you guys how I predominantly use this blade. Let's go over here. Call from my wife. We're heading out of the woods. Seems like our oldest son is going back in the hospital. So, not sure what's going on with him yet, but he's in a lot of pain. So, as far as the EKA cord blade goes, you all are going to have to wait a little bit for the rest.